This epidemic drives me crazy.
At the beginning, it was very scary and it still is.
It was a little stressful, but I had my family to talk to.
But then when they shut down Exponents and we had to go home, I got scared.
The past 5 months, we've all been challenged by the COVID-19 pandemic and the resultant of anxiety, grief, and isolation. Hello, my name is Sherry Reagan. I work here at Exponents as the Assistant Director for our Recovery Community Center. In our center, we help men and women managing substance use and mental illness obtain the self-management tools and skills they need to keep their chronic behavioral disorders from moving towards drug use reoccurrences. For those in an abstinence-based recovery, increase and/or hazardous use, for those in harm reduction, and a reappearance or increase in mental health-related symptomology, for those with diagnosed mental disorders. Over the past 5 months, we've all been challenged by the COVID-19 pandemic and the resultant anxiety, grief, and isolation that it has created or increased. As trained clinicians with lived experience, we know that these feelings can be facilitators of risk-taking behaviors. At Exponents, we teach self-management, mindfulness, and the most important, resiliency. With that, our wonderful peers engaged in a kind of video confessional where they speak candidly about the challenges to their own personal recoveries and what tools they have been able to use to avoid the pitfalls previously mentioned. We thank them for the time, their honesty, and we applaud their resiliency.
My name is Cornelia Carlisle, and I'm here to talk about the impact that the coronavirus had on me. It was a little stressful, but I had my family to talk to. But then I realized that I couldn't really go out to see them too much because of the pandemic. It made me a little leery. So only time I would go out if my sister came to get me.
When I first heard about the coronavirus, my feelings was like, I was kind of skeptical. I was here to go with another swine flu thing. But then as I started noticing people close to me started getting sick, some people started dying, then I started seeing the reality of it.
My anxiety had risen a lot while quarantined, being a person who's HIV positive with an immune system that's weakened and can be definitely weakened even by COVID, was something that really scared me.
But then when they shut down Exponents and we had to go home, I got scared. I got scared when they slipped a note under my door saying you can go out for 2 weeks. Panic struck me real bad. I was scared. I was living alone, scared in a new place. Couldn't see my kids, didn't know how to get in contact with anybody. I went into panic mode.
As a person dealing with compromised immune system, I was kind of worried. I was worried about my son because at that time he was son as a quarantine, couldn't go nowhere. So I was kind of like, I couldn't see my son for a while because I didn't want to travel. I was kind of worried about how, sanitation was going on as far as, where he was living at.
Or a lot of people that I was close to, they passed away, especially in my church. I'm a servant leader over the Seasoned Saints, and a lot of them had passed, so, I was sad.
I think one of the hardest part for me was having to go back home to Louisiana back in April, the end of April, when my baby brother passed away. And having to see family and friends and everything, and really couldn't be around them the way we wanted to because of the coronavirus.
This epidemic drives me crazy. My life has gone upside down. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I didn't have any normalcy in my life since the epidemic.
I wasn't working anymore, which was hard for me. I wasn't constantly in contact with people that support me and that I support also because this is something new. I've never gone through anything like this, and it kind of turned my world upside down. So there was a lot of uncertainty.
I would prefer to be in a working place or a social environment. If not, I have a tendency to want to just be lazy and then stay in the house and want to just smoke marijuana. And then I have associates who like to hit me up and go out to parties and stuff. So since we can't party, they still tend to do the party drugs. and then I get the invites to come, let's go do coke, let's go do E, and those can be triggers for me to want to set me to go backwards and go back to do the things that I used to do that I'm trying to push myself forward to not do anymore. And because of COVID and the adjustment of staying inside and social distancing and curfew laws that's been happening all around the states, it becomes difficult. It becomes more or less temptation.
When the stores closed down and I couldn't go shopping, that's like therapy for me to go shopping.
It affected me because I can't do my groups that I could used to do, my wellness group and my ride group, and it also affected me because I can't see my daughter or my grandkids when I want to.
It's very sad that we have to live like this, you know, especially with asthmatics, people that suffer with depression, people that are going through changes. And now, come on, now we got a lot of people that like to do bad things. Now they have a permit to cover their face. You don't know who the heck is who.
It didn't affect me at first because I'm the type who doesn't like being outside. If given the choice, I would rather stay home, but this wasn't a choice. And not having a choice of what I can and cannot do affects me very seriously. It actually causes a lot of anxiety.
When I knew Corona was real, the gyms were shutting down, restaurants, you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do nothing. You had to stay in the house. When I seen the police running around on the microphone saying, get in the house, that was different for me. And you know, I never been through anything of that nature.
You know, me and my, girlfriend started getting into arguments. I noticed that because, like I said, I'm not a person being used to in the house, stuck in the house all the time. But as time went on, things started getting better. People were wearing masks. Social distancing. That came about, and I was practicing that. To stay safe. And as time went on, I'm glad that Exponents had opened back up because, like I said, Exponents is an important place for people. People come here for help. A lot of people go through depression. They feel like, they by themselves, and Exponents is a place that, embrace people.
While coming to Exponents, I feel that this program is a healthy program, a strong program for all those with any types of problems. You can come to Exponents and seek out any type of help that you may need, that you're seeking.
I learned to cope with it. My kids figured how to come see me after the 14 days. I got calls every day from my caseworker, from Exponents, from my other place that I go to. And I got my friend Awilda. She's my sidekick. Me and her, we kicked it every day. She was my big support. But my depression is setting real bad. Thoughts were going through my head. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to anymore because I was terrified.
That interaction with my counselor and the Exponents community and family that had given me the opportunity to help me be less anxious and more alert to the things that I needed. And through that, being in recovery myself, there were times where I thought about using or things started going on in my mind where I thought I could be potentially at risk for relapse. But it was through that connectivity with family members and my counselor at Arrive that actually put things in perspective for me.
I try my best to stick around close friends who are friends instead of acquaintances, because I have friends who are a lot more goal-oriented and better-minded than my acquaintances are. But I stick with them, I hit them up, I make sure I talk to family and friends whenever I can.
My takeaway from all this is stay connected with your people that support you and that you support also. It's very important to stay connected because you never know what the other person that's in your circle is going through, and they might be feeling the same way that you are.
Thank God I have Exponents that I connect with. At one time I wanted to drink, but I couldn't. But I plugged into Exponents that kept me focused. And that's what you need.
Buckle down, I had a network of friends and family that I could talk to and, find out that I wasn't the only person going through what I was going through. and then, me and people can talk about it at the same time. We checked in with each other.
I just knew that I had to keep myself safe. And I appreciated the fact that I was able to come to Exponents, where they make sure we're safe. They take our temperature. We have to fill out a form that tells us if we're sick or not. If we are, we can't come in. So that really made me appreciate them.
I'm so thankful and grateful for the Exponents family and friends and the support that we got here with one another. The phone calls.
Thank God for, Exponents that I was able to get on virtual to talk to each and everybody.
I could, get on a Zoom with people here at Exponents, and talk to them and we actually, talk about what we're going through, and we supported each other. And honestly, I can say I'm okay now. I'm really okay, and I know that, we're gonna be good. So I'm good now.
Even if it was a 5-minute call, that 5-minute call changed so much.
I'm thankful for this opportunity and for being paired in an organization that has given me so much opportunity through Zoom trainings, through our Wellness Center, our Arrive program, that had given me the opportunity to maintain my recovery through a time where a lot of people may have not had that strength.
Exponents being a gifted organization, always helping people out with stuff. They came through with care and concern and stuff like that, and we go around making sure things are sanitized and all that stuff. I really appreciate the effort that Exponents has put into trying to help people stay clean, stay safe, and stay abroad.
And as far as Exponents is back open, and I'm back, and I'm so glad because I need their support. They're my family. They treat me with a lot of love and respect, and without them, I ain't nothing.
All I want to do is just make sure I stay safe, keep as many people as I can safe, and got to take it one day at a time and hope it ends. Thank you.
Let's see what happens next. I hope they find a cure for it. I hope so. God bless.
And hopefully we should have a vaccine soon that's safe.
With that, mask up.
Hi, my name is Samantha Lopez, and as Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, I've watched Exponents programming expand to address the evolving needs of our community members, whether they be addiction-related, managing chronic diseases, or navigating re-entry from jails and prisons. In March, as the world rallied to protect its citizens from COVID-19, Exponents leadership, in concert with our community members, set about doing the same. We overhauled the way we provided services to ensure that our participants and students continue to receive the support they needed during this new age of uncertainty, anxiety, and loss, while ensuring we did so in a way that kept us all safe. This could not have been accomplished without the invaluable support and insight of our peer workforce. Their input, review of protocols, and continued engagement of our participants showed exactly what they're made of. And they did it all while reaching inward and tapping into lessons learned here in our community continuum of programming. We at Exponents are deeply grateful for their participation in the Resiliency Project. We hope that you enjoyed their stories of how they continue to move forward in spite of their own personal concerns and challenges. We would also like to thank Amazon for the support made available through their Amazon in the Community COVID-19 response funding. We look forward to strengthening our relationship with you. Finally, if you're interested in obtaining more information about Exponents programs, please feel free to contact us at 212-243-3434 or on our 24-hour hotline, 917-681-8531. In the meantime, stay encouraged, stay safe, and stay resilient.